Good morning. This is Betty, Fancy Grandma, making you another video this morning. It's one I've made before, but I didn't name it like I should have, and nobody can find them, so I'm just going to go ahead and redo some of them. But to begin with, I've got my oven turned on to 350 because I'm going to make peanut butter cookies, and the oven has to be turned on 350 for the peanut butter cookies. But also, I've got a brisket here I'm going to cook. I always bought the big briskets, and I cut them up and made small ones because I don't need a big one, and freeze them, and then I just take a little piece at a time and thaw it out, and that's the way I've cooked my brisket. But anyway, what I did, I just rinsed this off after I took it out of the freezer and put it in this pan. It's a heavy pan, and I put salt and pepper on it because that's all I want on mine. But anyway, what I'm going to do, you always, see this brisket? You always put the fat side up, because it makes it tender because the oil runs down in from the grease. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put, and what I did is all I did is put it in this pan after I thawed it out, rinsed it off, salted and peppered it, and I'm going to put foil on top of it. And make sure you put the shiny side down, because if you don't, it won't cook good because it reflects the heat and it won't get hot enough. But anyway, this is going to be a roast. You can cook a roast like this too if you want to, but I'm just cooking a brisket because it was cheaper to buy a brisket back then. Now it's so expensive you can't even afford a brisket. But when I bought this, it was I think $2.97 a pound. It was actually cheaper than roast. But anyway, what we're going to do, I've got my oven set at 350 because I'm going to cook my cookies. But when my cookies are done, I'm going to turn this down to 275. And we're going to cook this brisket an hour per pound. So we're going to set the oven whenever I get through with my cookies. But in the meantime, I'm going to use my oven while it's hot to make cookies. So I'm going to put that in there. What I may have to do, get my pot holder. Now that'll work. Go ahead and put it in here. But we're gonna let that cook. It'll take about 5 hours for that to cook at 275 per pound. So anyway, here's some cookies I've already baked. They're my peanut butter cookies. You let them cool before you try to get them off the thing. But anyway, when I buy this Smucker's natural peanut butter because it's all natural. And it's hard to stir, I mean very hard, because the oil is separated. So I have to use a wooden spoon to mix it like this until I get it all mixed. But this is very, very hard to mix. But anyway, I've got this already mixed. I'm going to get my spatula and kind of scrape it off of here. But it's very, very easy to make these. And you can put them in the freezer when you want a little snack. I'm making sugar-free, so this is going to be for if you're on keto too. But if you're not on keto, then you can eat them too. But anyway, this is going to be sugar-free. So what I'm going to do, I've got my pan here where I made my cookies a while ago. And I'm going to put 1 egg. I want a pretty small egg. I've got my own eggs because I've got hens, but any egg will do. Just break your egg in your measuring cup like this. This is kind of a little secret. Break it in there. I save my eggshells for my old hens when they dry because they like them eggshells. Anyway, you're going to kind of mix that around like that and dump it in there. And then we're going to dip 1 cup of peanut butter. I had two really nice young guys hook up my Ozark Go yesterday from my internet, and he was talking about peanut butter cookies, so I'm going to show him how to make them. So anyway, we just dip this in our cup. 1 cup of peanut butter. You can use any peanut butter you want, but like I said, I use this because it's natural. It's all it is, peanuts and salt, and that's all. And we're going to dump that in there. See how it just kind of plopped out in there because it had the egg in there already? Or you can, if you don't have an egg, don't want to do it like this, you can take the spread, and it'll come out pretty good. So anyway, this is my egg and my peanut butter. I'm going to kind of mix it together here. And I'm going to use erythritol, because erythritol is no carb. If you're a diabetic, you can eat this because it is made from erythritol, and it is good for you. But I'm going to put, I this is 1/8 of a cup. Yeah, I'm going to put 1/8 of a cup of this in here. If you put too much, it'll be too sweet. If I was going to use sugar, I'd probably use about 1/4 of a cup. But this is so sweet, it takes about 1/8 of a cup. And if you want a little sweeter, you can add a little more. I mean, it don't make no difference. You can add a little more if you want more. Anyway, we're just going to stir this up, see what it looks like. It looks kind of gooky, but it'll mix up really, really good and make cookie dough. And it don't take long to make this. Just mix her up good. There's nothing hard about cooking. It's very easy, very fast, and you know what you put in it. You didn't eat stuff you don't even know what the name of it is that they stick in all this food. But see how thick that's getting? Just keep mixing a little more and it'll get thick just like cookie dough. So then we need a spatula. Let's scrape it all together. Now I want to tell you right now, do not cook these too long. You cook them at 350 degrees for about 6 to 8 minutes. If you cook them too long, they're going to crumble. We don't want crumbled cookies. So we're just going to mix them and cook them about 6 to 8 minutes. If you can see, these are still kind of chewy inside. And whenever I get ready to take them up, they're still kind of warm. I don't want them too hot. You're going to take them up. You can put them in the freezer. When you're hungry for a sweet, just get one out and eat it. Or you can do it all right now if you want to. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. So you get 2 for 1 today. You're getting the brisket recipe and you're getting my peanut butter cookies. But anyway, those guys, the young men yesterday came, hooked up my Ozark Go internet, and they were so nice. And he was talking about peanut butter cookies, and I'm going to show him how I make mine. You can dip them out with a dipper, or you can just roll them with little balls with your hand, but I'm rolling mine with little balls with my hand. But it's so easy. It's not that messy. I always like mine pretty small. I don't want a big cookie, so I make mine pretty small. This is the lid from one of my pans. You can use anything for a cookie sheet. And if you wanted to, you could put parchment paper down before you put these on there. That way you wouldn't have to clean the cookie sheet, but I just don't care. I'll just go ahead and make mine like this. Mine's a little bit big. But these are so simple to make. And they are very good. When I made them the last time, I put the name as Christmas snacks, and nobody could find them because I didn't look for my Christmas snacks. But anyway, this is the way we're going to do it. And you can mash them flat. If you wanted a pretty design on them, you take a fork and kind of mash them, but I just put my fingers on them like this. It's fine. Mash them out here like this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. So you just mash them all out here. And we're going to stick them in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes. You know what? I may take that brisket out for a few minutes until I get these cookies cooked. But since I've got my oven hot, I'm going to go ahead and make cookies, which makes a good idea because that way you don't waste heat. So I'm going to set that out there until I get these cookies cooked or baked. So anyway, I'm going to put them in there and bake them for 6 to 8 minutes. Because if you cook them too long, they will crumble. So I'm going to turn this probably about 8 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and take these. I think these is cool enough. I'm going to take them up, put them on a plate, and we'll show you what they look like. And don't try to take them off the tray until they get cooled. But I put these in the freezer, and when I decide I want a little snack, something sweet, I'll get one out and eat it. Maybe have it with my coffee in the afternoon. I have decaf coffee. But anyway, this is how easy it is to make peanut butter cookies. So I wanted to show that young man that was here yesterday how simple it was to make my peanut butter cookies. And I will name this one Peanut Butter Cookies maybe. I don't know. We'll decide. But that's all there is to it. Now I've got a whole tray of beautiful little cookies. See how neat them looks? It is, and this peanut butter, when I buy it, I always like, well, I got peanut butter on the side. When I buy this, it's just really weird because it's got the oil all to the top. And I want to show you how you mix it up. I might have showed you before. I take this spoon. You can take a wooden handle spoon and mix it. Because it mixes really easy. But that's the way I mix my peanut butter. I don't know if I've told you or not, but that's the way I do it. Because this has got oil separation. But it is very good peanut butter. Looks like I better clean it up. I've kind of made a mess this morning. Kind of messy. There. But I really enjoy this peanut butter. And then, like I said, I use erythritol because it is low carb. And if you're diabetic, you can't eat this. So that's what I use. I'll show you. I don't know if I got the bag of it in here or not. Show you what the erythritol looks like. Too short to get it out. Well, I guess I won't come too short to get it down. Thought I had one stuck in here. Oh, here's the bag. No, that's not erythritol. Anyway, there it is. You just buy it in a bag like this. There's erythritol on it. 0 calories, 0 carbs, and it won't hurt you at all. It's good for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, do not use too much of this because this is way sweeter than sugar, and it'd be so sweet it just almost knock your socks off. So you don't want to use very much of that. Anyway, that's what you do. And when my cooking gets done, I'm going to put my brisket back in, and I'm going to turn my burner down to 275, and I'm cooking 1 hour per pound. That's the way I cook my brisket. But anyway, it's very, very easy to cook. So much faster than going out to eat, and so much better for you. And a lot cheaper. I'll tell you that right now. But that's all there is to it. So, these are just about ready to take out now. Got a few more minutes. But anyway, that's the way, what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in there and cook it and turn my burner down. That way I'll have, well, I guess you like you say, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because while my oven's hot, I'm going to go ahead and cook my brisket. And then I made some delicious peanut butter cookies. I just freeze these because I like them in the freezer. I get one out and eat them as I want one. But that's the way I do it. So you have a very blessed day, and thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And just be as blessed as you can be today. Bye.